How is everyone this morning? Brilliant, brilliant. It's going to be quite a day. I'm just giving you fair warning. I'm in quite a mood. It's a good mood. But it is such a pleasure to have you here with us this morning at the Center for Spiritual Living here in Toronto. I want to first of all say good morning and hello to people who are joining us online, including the Valos, who are joining us online today from Verona. Good morning. They're all saying hello if you can't hear them. Fair Verona, yes, yes. It's so great to have them joining us and everyone else who's joining us this morning, including I'm sure my dad is watching. And I think Sonia and Carmen are watching this morning from Newfoundland. And yes, it's great to have you all online with us, but it's great to have you all in the room with us as well. So welcome, welcome. A couple of things. Oh, first of all, my name is Jonathan Zenz. I'm the spiritual director here at the Center for Spiritual Living, for those of you who may not know me. And for those of you who do know me, you knew that already. So a couple of things to let you know about that we have going on here at the center. First of all, we are, today's the last day that we're collecting ballots for the penny jar contest. So we have taken liberty in collecting these pennies to help out the government. And because they're going to melt them all down, right? Because they've stopped minting the penny. So we've done it as a fundraiser. If you guess the closest to the actual amount that we have collected without going over, you will win a full scholarship to the entire 32 weeks of Science of Mind 100, the class that is going to be starting on September 5th. 3rd, 4th, 5th. September 5th on Wednesday nights. And that class is on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here at the center. We are also continuing our bookstore fundraiser. We've got a bunch of books that we're trying to clear off the shelves, so take a look at that. A lot of great deals, $1, $2 books that will enlighten you and liven you up. So take a look at that. Also, there are only 4 spots left for Mental Muscle. The next session will begin on Tuesday, September 4th. Following that Tuesday, it'll go to Mondays, and the majority who have already signed up for the class have opted for the 6:30 class. So it will be Mondays and Thursdays at 6:30. It's a 1-hour class. And the key? PM, yes, not AM. Well, the last time it was at 7:30 AM, so it could be 6 AM. I could be just that crazy. So yeah, there are only 4 spots left for that. Also, Sunday, September 16th, following service, we'll be doing a screening of the movie What the Bleep Do We Know? So I would encourage you all to join us for that. Tuesday, September 18th is our next Board of Trustees meeting. Any member of this center is welcome to witness or observe the Board of Trustees meeting. So if you're interested in that, we have them here. It's at 7 o'clock? Yeah, 7 o'clock. I just show up, right? I just show up at this building and things happen around me. I never leave here and meetings happen, but if you're interested in joining us for the Board of Trustees meeting, that's on September 18th, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Tuesday, September 27th is the beginning of Science of Mind 207 class, the Edinburgh Lectures of Thomas Troward. I do want to let you know, if you are interested in taking that class, we're basing our book order on the number of people that sign up in advance, because we want to make sure that we only order what is really required, because it's not necessarily a book that you take off the shelf and go and sit down and read in the comfort of your hammock in your backyard. Although I love the book that much, I would do that. So if you are interested in that class, please do sign up, or at least let us know your intention so that we can order the correct number of books. Volunteer opportunities. We are continuing to look for volunteers. We've got a number of people who are helping out in the sound department, which is awesome. And I want everyone to note, look who is not in the sound booth this week. Yes, we've pushed them out of the nest, and they are taking it upon themselves this week to take care of the sound on their own. So thank you for that. Also, we're looking for people who are interested in social media to be social media ambassadors for us, to involve themselves on Facebook, Twitter, and get the word out about the center that way. Also, if you're interested in being a youth mentor, we've got a number of people who have just signed up to be youth mentors. You can talk to me about that as well to help out with our Dynamic Kids program, which will be back next week. Is that right? Yes. Next week is the first week of September. Can you believe that? cannot believe it. Also, we do have a spiritual mind treatment request box. If there's anything that is weighing heavy on your heart, you can fill out a spiritual mind treatment request form, put it into the box, and our wonderful practitioners here at the center will know the truth for you regarding whatever that issue is. And please know that when you fill that paper out, that's the first step to healing, because you're making an intention for something to be healed. That's where it all starts. So when you make that intention, the healing begins. So welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Toronto. Who's here for the first time? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. It's wonderful to have you here and to have you bring your consciousness to join in with us in this celebration, which is what we're doing here on a Sunday morning. We're celebrating the nature of our being, the nature of the universe, which is love. It's love. That's what the universe is. That's the energy of the universe. It is what has made this universe. Wow, it's so breezy up here. As I'm watching the curtains go. But it is so I love to come here on a Sunday morning. It uplifts me. I trust that you're here because it's an uplifting experience for you. And we celebrate every Sunday in a number of different ways. I am going to invite you to take a look at your songbook. Open it up to the front page. We're going to read this first thing together that is in very, very little type, right underneath where it says Spiritual Director Reverend Jonathan Zenz. Let's read this together. I am happy and complete today and forever. Within me is that which is perfect and complete. It is the spirit of all life, truth, and action. I am happy in the certain knowledge of this inner light. I radiate joy and life, for life is within me now. Life is within me now. Life is within each and every one of us. Life is the very essence that is expressing by means of us. And so that is what we celebrate here today. To help us concretize that a little bit more deeply, I'm going to invite our reader of the day, Judy Southern, to step up to the microphone. Yes, I think so. I can adjust it for you. There we are. And she's going to offer a wonderful reading.
I continue, is this loud enough? I continue to be, am I on? Mm-hmm. Okay. I continue to be inspired by Reverend Bob Luckin in the daily readings of Science of Mind. And here's one of his readings called, You Are the Author of Your Life. Who am I? If my life is new and evolving every day, who is that is creating me? The you that you say that you are is a story that no one but you could have written. Family, culture, conditions, time and space influence your story, and it can never belong to anyone else. Your story is filled with triumphs, victories, wins, and losses. It has intrigue, major and minor players, heroes, and those who want it to be so much more than they could ever have hoped to be. Your story is very creative, imaginative, and ambitious. It has 1,000 endings, and you are the one who gets to choose the best of them in every situation. In your story, there is much that you have accomplished and much left to create. Love has played an important role in your story. Both the abundance and the lack of it have shaped much of your experience. There have been betrayals that were difficult to understand, and losses that still linger. The beauty of your story is that you are the author, and you can rewrite it as many times as you desire until it is the life that you require. You came here to be an author, so indulge yourself, create your most astounding life, and love it.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much for that. So I'm going to take us into an affirmation because it's just come to me. Today, so listen to me because I'm going to say this once and then we're going to repeat it together. Today I create my most astounding life and I love it. Today I create my most astounding life and I love it. Let's say that one more time. Today I create my most astounding life and I love it. Do you feel the energy in the room, how that shifted when you stated what you are, who you are, what you believe? Can you feel the shift that just occurred? You're in charge in every moment. You're in charge of that shift in yourself. So today, I'm telling you, I'm putting a call out to all of us today to step it up in our lives in profound ways. One of the ways that we do that, stepping it up, is by understanding and recognizing that we are one people, that we are all here together. Switching to this one now. And when we recognize that we are all here together, that we are one energy, that we are unified in consciousness, that we are unified as one perfect energy, everything begins to unfold brilliantly, easily, and effortlessly in our lives. And so today, we're going to honor that with our chant, which is one people. It's not in your songbooks, but you'll catch on very quickly. One people, living on one planet, joining in one family, we all are one. One people, living on one planet, joining in one family, we all are one. One people, living on one planet, joining in one family, we all are one. One people, living on one planet, joining in one family, we all are one. And so right here, right now, I lay claim to a deeper understanding and embodiment of the one Spirit, the one thing, this perfect energy, which is all there is. This energy is love, it is peace, it is harmony, it is wisdom. It is the only thing going on. And it is having its way and existing by means of creation, by means of each and every one of us. We are all each perfect, individualized, unique, brilliant expressions of this love, of this energy. And so in that, I lay claim right now to a perfect expression of life by means of each and every one of us. I know that we are all living the best life we can. I trust and I know that we approach everything with love and light. I trust and I know that we take this energy into the world and we radiate from this place. We are all each perfect expressions of light. And our light shines upon the world, creating a world that works for everyone. I know that we touch lives we're not even aware of. And this is all done in faith. It is all done for good. And so with this, I simply give over to this understanding. I give over to this embodiment with an open and grateful heart, knowing that my word spoken is done. I simply let it be done as I release this word to a law, a loving law that says, yes, it is complete. It is complete right here and right now because the word has been spoken. And so I simply let this be the truth as I release my word, knowing it is done. I let it be so, as together we say, and so it is. If you feel compelled to stand and hold someone's hand. One people living on one planet, joining in one family, we all are one. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. There's a perfect key. It's the key of God.
Yeah, the modulations.
You know, things happen. I don't even know what happened there. I was like, we're all singing in different keys now.
Yes.
It's all good.
Yes. It's all good. Yes.
How are y'all feeling? Okay. I just want you to know that today is going to be a little more interactive. At least that was my plan. That was my plan. So just be prepared for that when I start my talk. Just be prepared for a little interaction. So great to have you here. So I'm going to invite our practitioner of the day, Margaret Ann Snyder, to the podium to offer a spiritual mind treatment. And for those of you who are here for the first time, spiritual mind treatment is affirmative prayer. Margaret Ann.
Ernest Holm writes in Science of Mind, our work will best be done in quiet expectancy and in calm confidence. The results rest in the eternal law of God. In this moment, I feel the expectancy in this room. I feel the love that is the expectancy. I feel the grace, the power. Expectancy is a creative place of love, life, laughter. It is the creative force in my life, and I let it be. I relax into it. I let it uplift me and carry me forward into this beautiful expression that I am. I let myself express openly, freely, with divine intention, divine choice, and divine fruition. I am an expression of God, and I expect the best for me. I expect the most loving and open way that I can be, and I expect it with confidence and grace. I am one with God, and I am love. I am expectant and confident, and I am truth and light. I allow this to be in me, in grace and in trust. I am one with everyone. This is my truth, and I accept it with grace and gratitude. And with gratitude, I release this to the law of mind, knowing it is done in me and expressed openly and freely in my life. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you very much for that, Margaret Ann. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So the song that we've chosen today, some of you will recognize. I've sung it before, and it's one of my favorites, but I'm going to cop up to the fact that I can never remember the lyrics. So I'm going to use the sheet music. I hope you'll all forgive me for that. You know what? I've always thought it was interesting that singers were always expected to never look at sheet music, but the rest of the band gets to look. Have you ever noticed that? So this is the song that closed out my installation ceremony. If you hear this message, wherever you stand, I'm calling every woman, calling every man. We're the generation, we can't afford to wait. The future started yesterday, and we're already late. We've been looking for a song to sing, searched for a melody, searched for someone to lead. We've been looking for the world to change. If you feel the same, then go on and say, if you're out there, sing along with me if you're out there. I'm dying to believe that you're out there. Stand up and say it loud if you're out there. Tomorrow starting now. No more broken promises, no more Cold War, unless it's love and peace that we're really fighting for. We can destroy hunger, We can conquer hate. Put down the arms and raise your voice. We're joining hands today. Oh, I searched for a leader. The leader was me. But we can be heroes. Just go on and say if you're out there. Sing along with me if you're out there. I'm dying to believe that you're out there. Stand up and say it loud if you're out there. The future's starting now. Now, now. Oh, now, now. If you're ready, we can shake the world. Believe again starts within. We don't have to wait for destiny. We should be the change that we want to see. If you're out there, oh, if you're out there and you're ready now, scream it out, say it loud. If you're out there, sing along with me. If you're out there, I'm dying to believe that you're out there. Stand up and say it loud. If you're out there, tomorrow's starting now. If you're out there, if you're out there, if you're out there, hear this message wherever you stand. I'm calling every woman, calling every man. We're the generation, we can't afford to wait. The future started yesterday, and we're already late. So this was one of those weeks where we had no idea what we were going to sing. And I kept getting asked by our illustrious leader of the band, Pierre, so what should we do? What song should we do? I said, I don't know. I really don't know. And finally he says, do you want to do If You're Out There? I said, sure. And that was my exact response. Sure. I was really non-committal about it. I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll do that song. I love this song. I love this song as a call to step into something greater, to step up, to step it up. And when I sat down at Starbucks this morning, yes, I've returned to Starbucks to write my talks. When I sat down at Starbucks this morning to write my talk, or to come up with the ideas behind this talk, I didn't realize how profoundly Spirit was speaking through me by means of Pierre in terms of why this song needed to be sung today. But it really came pouring out in me today. So I'm going to start with a quote today from the Tao Te Ching. And it is this: act in harmony with the way, and you will become the way. Nurture the way within yourself, and you will live a virtuous life. Act in harmony with the way, and you will become the way. Nurture the way within yourself, and you will live a virtuous life. So my question to start today is, what is the way? What is the way? I see a hand. I'm going to go to this person who's raised her hand and ask her, what is the way?
I love the Tao. I love the Stephen Mitchell version. I read it frequently. The way is the path to God. It is the way of life, the way of being in integrity, the way of coming from one's truth, the way of how I put in quotes, being.
The way of being.
Being the best me I can be at every moment on this planet.
Yes, yes. Whatever it takes. The way is the path. The way is the way. The way is the path. Now I'm going to go off a little bit here. The way is not the path to God. The way is God.
It is.
That's what I would say. The way is God. The way is not a literal path to something. The way is a figurative sense of beingness. The way is the embodiment of a deeper idea, a deeper divine idea, a deeper love that is how you express within your life. That's what the way is. The way is an essence of harmony and peace. An essence of harmony and peace. So today really is about harmony and peace and love. Now, so again, there are no mistakes, right? I say that a lot. There are no mistakes. So I went and saw a movie last night. If you're on Facebook, you probably saw my little check-in at the Scotiabank Theatre, that I went and saw The Dark Knight Rises. And one of the things I wrote in my Facebook post is, so I've put off watching this movie for a very long time, and I guess I'm overcompensating now by going to see it in IMAX. And I went with Tony, who's running the camera today. We went and saw it together, and we both walked out of the movie. We loved the movie. We loved it, right, Tony? Yeah. We loved it. We thought it was really wonderful. And so I posted it back on Facebook. I said, I really loved this movie. And it's interesting because the responses that I got, I realized while I was watching the movie, I had similar reactions to certain elements of the movie. It was incredibly violent. It was incredibly violent, and some people really could not take the violence within that film, especially since a lot of it was shot in New York, and I used to live in New York, and seeing that city succumb to so much violence, especially in light of what's happened recently, and in light of what has happened in that city over the past 12 years, in the moment, I was watching and thinking, wow, this is really hard to watch, and then I escaped that and got into the story. Now, it's really interesting because the complex storytelling of that film and of that entire trilogy is something that I really appreciate. You all know that I love Superman, right? And I love comic book heroes. I love the experience of that. These films were so dark. They really got away from any sense of cartoonishness. And as you watch this film, you really see that they were going for a sense of reality, even though it's a comic book character. You could almost believe that these gadgets and things actually exist. And then I thought, wow, I got through the end of that movie, initially having a very strong reaction to the violence, and by the end of the movie, I was totally desensitized to it. Totally desensitized to it. And then I have to ask myself, is that living the way? To become desensitized to the violence that I see in the world? In movies even, to become desensitized, and I'm not desensitized. You know that I feel very strong feelings about the events that happened in Aurora, Colorado. I have very strong feelings about what happened in Wisconsin and what happened in Chicago and what happened in New York just this past week. I'm a huge advocate for gun rights. I mean, for gun, wow. Well, here's the truth. I am an advocate for gun rights if there is regulation and if you are properly trained in the use of a firearm. The problem is in the States, where I'm from, people are not. It's easier to get a gun than it is to get a driver's license in the United States. And that to me is a huge, huge problem. It's a huge problem. Anyway, I don't want to go into a whole thing because that's really I'm really off track. I'm tangentially going into gun rights, and that was not my plan at all today. Really, my plan today is to live the way more deeply and to encourage all of you to live the way more deeply. So I've spent 8 months up here since I arrived here in January, repeatedly saying to each and every one of you as I look you in the eye, saying, you are God. You've heard me say it a lot, yes? Yes, you are God. There is no outside being that is passing judgment on you. You are the beingness. You are that which is. You are the divine energy. You are the divine spirit embodied as yourself. So today what I'm going to ask you, and I am looking for an actual response. This is not a rhetorical question. I will try and repeat people's answers for those of you who are watching us online. The question right now is, what is God? Love everything. What isn't God? Creation. Energy. Matter. The laws of physics. Any other thoughts? Any other ideas? What is God? Evolution. Everything known and unknown. All that is. Existence. Home. That's beautiful. So we've all come up with beautiful, beautiful answers to describe the beingness of God on a large scale. But now I'm going to ask you to take it in. What is God? You, the I am, that which you are. So as I talk about the way and say the way is God, that is the divine energy, the I am that I am. How are you expressing that in your life? How are you expressing that in your life? Are you expressing it when you're driving down the DVP, getting angry at drivers because they may be cutting you off? Or you can't get to your location fast enough? Or you get frustrated with the TTC. I don't know why it's all about transportation right now, but it is. You can just look at the roads outside. Are you frustrated with the construction on Queen? I tell you, I've been frustrated with the construction on Queen, especially since I walk everywhere. And I walk and I think, okay, I'm going to be on this side of the road today, and I'm going to be able to get all the way through. And then it's, oh, wait, no, I have to cross over here. And I'm walking, and now they're putting me back over on this side. So I've expressed, a little frustration at that. God is the way. God is energy, essence, harmony. God is peace. The problem is, how do we embody these things? How do we embody these things? I talk about it all the time. You embody that which you want to embody, more and more of this divine energy all the time, right? But how do you do that? How? Especially when you're surrounded by what seems to be the opposite of this energy. Well, first of all, if you recognize that what seems to be opposite is still created from the same energy, that's a good start, to have that recognition. Because if there is only one, there is nothing else. So if something seems opposite, it cannot be, for there is nothing else. So it's created of the same energy. So then the next question in line with that is, what are your values? And this is a rhetorical question, something just bring to mind for yourself. What are your values? And do you live by them all the time? In every single moment of your life, 100% of the time, I was going to say 100 hours a day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, do you live based on your values? Now, whether you know it or not, the answer is yes. But do all of your values align with the highest good? Aha, I heard a no. So it's just something to be aware of. So as you start to recognize your values, and you start to recognize the ones that may not be in line with your highest good, change your values to that which is in line with your highest good. And how are your values reflected in your actions in life? Do you approach all expressions of God, of the divine, of the way? Do you approach all of these expressions with love, with respect, with dignity? And I mean all incarnations of this divine energy. So when you're walking along and you see a homeless person, do you express love to that homeless person? And I'm not saying you have to go up to that person and give them a hug, but what is the thought process that goes on when you see that person? Do you immediately go to pity? Or do you recognize the divine nature within them and hold them up as God? Because only in doing that, in holding them up in your own mind as the divine, will their circumstances change. Because once they see it in your eyes, they'll begin to believe it in themselves. And perhaps homelessness is the way they choose to live. That's a possibility. But we must approach all expressions of God with love and dignity and respect. So are you on the path of the way in your life? So I've been here 8 months, and I am tasking this center to step it up. I am tasking myself mainly to step it up and to follow the way more faithfully and embody the way more deeply in my actions. So today I sang a song about changing the world and being the leader, recognizing each and every one of us is a leader. So what I would like to know, this is going to be a surprise to our board members, so I'm going to ask for some assistance. We may need to have pens. I'm passing out a piece of paper. This is a surprise to everyone. Only I knew I was doing this. So may I ask your assistance in passing this out? And just take one, pass it along. Oh, you know what? I should probably keep one so I can. Thank you. So I've talked a lot about the outreach in this center. I've talked a lot about taking ourselves into the community and doing good work in the community. And I've been here 8 months, and we've done a little bit of outreach, done a little bit here and there. We've done stuff that is fun. We did prides. We went out and had a party on church. But I want to take it even deeper. I want to know how we can help in the community and what you're interested in this community to step it up. So I asked the question, I want the Center for Spiritual Living Toronto to support our community with a volunteer group at, and I want you to fill in the blank. Now, obviously, there are, 50, 60 people here. We're not going to be able to do 50 or 60 different volunteer groups. But this is a way to get the ball rolling, to start really, really demonstrating a principle of love in our actions. And this is what I am asking this center to do. Thank you. So go ahead and fill this out. And you can put it into the offering basket when we do that a little bit later. Because the truth is, if we want to change the world, we have to start with changing our community. And we change our community by changing our embodiment of a deeper idea. So what are you passionate about? That's the big question. What are you passionate about? What in our community do you want this center to support? This right here, right now, this is a step in the direction to make change happen. I come from a center that does a lot of outreach and a lot of work. The center that I previously was with, the NoHo Art Center for New Thought, had many, many different outreach programs, among them Camp Laurel, which was a group for families who have children who are afflicted with HIV and AIDS. They have a prison ministry where we have practitioners going into the prison and doing workshops with prisoners. LA Family Housing, which is a transitional space for people who are coming out of homelessness. Soup Kitchen, which is not soup kitchen, like we don't serve soup. Well, actually, they did serve soup, but it's under a whole different paradigm. But the concept of ending world hunger by buying one bowl of soup, and for this company, Soup Kitchen Inc., for every portion of soup that you buy, they donate an equal portion to a food bank. There is enough food in this world for everyone. For everyone. Nobody should have to go hungry. So these are just some of the ways that that center supports their community. So today I'm asking you, how do you want to support your community? The Buddha is quoted with, "The way is not in the sky. The way is in the heart." The way is not in the sky. The way is in the heart. Today, I am committing this center to expressing more of our heart in the world. And I'm asking, will you join me? Will you join me? If you are waiting for the way to become clear, you'll be waiting a long, long time. The way is already laid clear before you. It is already laid out before you. That wonderful, prolific writer, Anonymous, wrote, "The mountain is the mountain, and the way is the same of old. Verily, what has changed is my own heart. The mountain is the mountain, and the way is the same as of old. Verily, what has changed is my own heart." The challenges you see in the world will continue to be challenges until you see them differently, when you see them from the heart. They won't change until you change. And so today, I'm asking us again to step up and be the change we wish to see in the world in a more active, productive way. If we perceive the challenges, if we perceive the mountains as a barrier, we will not succeed. The barrier, the only barriers, lie within our own hearts. The only barriers are in our unwillingness to take action. So today we're breaking down those barriers and we are taking action. We are an unstoppable force for good in this world. We are unstoppable. And the ills of the world will not change until we take action. Don't sit around and wait for it. Today we're going to rise up. We're going to take charge of our own lives. And we're going to do more good in this world. And don't assume anybody else will do it. It is our responsibility. It is our responsibility to step up to change the world. I'm not content with sitting downstairs every day and doing the administrative work of the center, along with Deja, and being holed up. I want to do more. I want to be more. I want to express more. I want this center to be a force in this community. And I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for stepping up with me and taking on this challenge. It is our responsibility to move right along. Right thinking, right speaking, right intentions, right action. It is our responsibility to continue moving right along. And so, if you're in this with me, I will commit myself to a deeper expression of this in everything I do. And we will change this entire community. So I'm going to end today. I do this, I think I've only done this once before. I'm going to call the band back up. I'm going to have a glass of water. And I'm going to sing this song again. As the band runs to their positions. I'm going to sing the song again, and what I'm going to invite you to do as I sing the song again is really listen to the lyric. and take the lyric on as your own. This is not me singing. This is you singing. So really take a listen to this lyric. If you hear this message, wherever you stand. I'm holding on. Uh-oh. All right.
See, we let Brian out of the booth.
Are we good? So we'll try that again. The joys of live inspirational Sunday morning theater. If you hear this message, wherever you stand, I'm calling every woman, calling every man. We're the generation, we can't afford to wait. The future started yesterday, and we're already late. We've been looking for a song to sing, searched for a melody, searched for someone to lead. We've been looking for the world to change. If you feel the same, then go on and say if you're out there. Sing along with me if you're out there. I'm dying to believe that you're out there. Stand up and say it loud if you're out there. Tomorrow's starting now. No more broken promises, no more call to war, unless it's love and peace that we're really fighting for. We can destroy hunger, we can conquer hate. Put down the arms and raise your voice, we're joining hands today. Oh, I searched for a leader, but the leader was me. But we can be heroes. Just go on and say if you're out there. Sing along with me if you're out there. I'm dying to believe that you're out there. Stand up and say it loud if you're out there. Tomorrow's starting yesterday, and we're already late. The future started yesterday. We are already late. So let's get on board, let's get out there, and let's make change in this world. Namaste. feeling very passionate today about what this center can be. Very, very passionate. So thank you all for your participation and your willingness to step up. One of the ways that we help this center to be able to do these things in the world is through your offerings. And so we're going to go into that section where we do give back. We do give of our wallets as a reflection of what is in our hearts and not out of obligation. What you give and what you receive are two sides of the same coin. And so as you give, I ask you to give freely, give of your heart, and give with love. It's really interesting. I've not had the fan on before, so I'm like, there we go. That'll keep the papers from flying. And as you give, remember that there is a divine givingness within you that is open and receptive, and that what you hold in your hand is simply a reflection, a demonstration of a deeper commitment and a deeper love. So as the basket goes around, we're going to stand up and we're going to sing Pierre's song, I Love, which is on the sheet that is most likely clipped to the front of your songbook. And the sheets that I had you fill out, go ahead and put them into the offering basket if you have filled them out and have an idea of how you would like this center to help the world. And that is a great way of showing what we have to give, not just of our wallets. So let's sing together, I Love, as the basket goes around. So I'll invite Margaret Ann to do the blessing over our offering.
Please join me in consciousness, in prayer. There is only one presence and one power, and it is me, and it is you, and it is us together. It is the flow of life and love that is ever present, ever flowing, ever being, ever doing. It is the prosperity and the abundance of life. And these baskets are full of this intention, this substance, this love. And in gratitude and in appreciation of the love that is present here, I say thank you to each and every one of us for the love that we share. And knowing that this love will expand and grow and be put to work and purpose for everyone. In gratitude, I release these words to the law of mind, knowing it is done, and I accept. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you very much. And I am so grateful to you for what you give to this center. I'm so grateful, and I'm not just talking about money, talking about the consciousness and the willingness that you bring every week to this place to step into a greater embodiment of yourself. I am grateful to you for that. I'm also grateful to everyone who makes this Sunday morning happen. Today, I want to honor everyone who was here early and helped set up. Linda was here to help set up. Tony was here to help set up. Our greeters today were Susan and Jim. Reading that beautiful reading today, Judy. By the way, if you don't get Science of Mind magazine, this was a particularly exquisite month because Bob Luckin is one of my favorites as well, Reverend Bob Luckin. And if you can get connected with him on Facebook too, or at least subscribe to him, he always puts up wonderful things. He's also a brilliant visual artist. I don't know if you know this. He does visual art. He's a painter. He's absolutely stunning, and I'm so grateful to you for bringing him to our service. I want to thank Patricia, who's helping out in the bookstore. Also, our practitioner of the day, Margaret Ann. Thank you so much for your beautiful, beautiful prayer work. Our board members, Susan and Jim. Our entire band, who has apparently disappeared. Pierre and Tanis and Brian and Rudy and Patrick. I want to thank everyone, Steve and Nick, who are in the booth today. Yes. I also want to thank Tony for being on camera today, and thank everyone who joined us online as well. Especially I want to thank you again. Thank you so much for everything. And so to close out this beautiful service today, this is a new song. You won't find it in your songbooks. I saw you going for the songbook. So I'm about to tell you. So this song was written by Lisa Ferraro. Now, I first came to know Lisa Ferraro. She was the music director at the Asilomar retreat this year, and was last year as well. But I first came to know Lisa Ferraro and Erika Luckett as a group, 5 or 6 years ago. And I talked to them while I was at the Asilomar conference, inviting them to come join us. They are exquisite, exquisite musicians. And this is one of the songs that Lisa wrote and is on their album, Sacred, which is one of my favorites. But as we go into this time, recognizing that it is a sacred time, I invite you to simply relax and breathe and take just a moment to understand your commitment to yourself and to the community at large. And your commitment to yourself, to this community, is a commitment to the world and a greater expression of the divine energy within you that is you. And this is something that I choose to share myself in every action I take in life. And I understand that it is a sacred calling. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. 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 I will share, 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 I this love, so sacred, so secret, so precious, this love, so sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. This love, this one divine energy, this one perfect, unifying thing, God. This is the only energy there is. And I step into a deeper embodiment of this energy with the recognition and understanding that each and every one of us is a perfect embodiment of this divine energy. We are each unique, perfect, individualized expressions of love. And in this understanding, I step back. I allow this divine energy to unfold by means of me in more profound ways, in more sacred ways, recognizing that my life is sacred. I trust this is the truth for every single person here. And I choose now to share it with the world more deeply, more effectively, more truthfully, allowing the wisdom of the divine to flow through me in this sharing. I step forth. I step forth. I step forth. And in gratitude for this capacity, in gratitude for this choice I have made, in gratitude, I simply allow this truth to be so. As I release my word, I know it is done. I let it be so. And together we say, and so it is. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. 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 I will share, 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 I will share this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love, this love, this love, this love. And so it is. All right. So let's take this energy. Let's take this goodness. Let's take this love and let's take it out into the world. We're going to celebrate this with This Little Light of Mine, which is number
23.
23 in your songbooks. Have a great week, everyone.